Is the Fix It team, and we are the team that has been able to develop an artisan booking platform called Fix It, and this app helps people to connect to local artisans in your area to be able to help you in your daily life fixes. This is the team, and this is what we are about to present to you.
My name is Kingsley Nana from Pom. I'm part of the Fix It app team. We created this app just for artisans and clients. We have clients at home, they want artisans to work on their work. Let's say a plumber, an electrician, they can't get them. We have also artisans whom they don't have anywhere to go, they don't have jobs to do. So this app was created just to help them so that anyone won't be at home. The Fix It app, if you're an artisan, you can just go there, you put your details over there, the client will search you. So let's say if I'm looking for a plumber, I can just come to the Fix It app, register myself, find a client over there. We have the technology stack. Flutter is, let's say, a basic code that we use, SQL files, credentials, the artisans and the clients, it saves their credentials. Momo method, the empty Momo method. This also, it's their contact, then how transactions can be made. Image pack. So let's say this is where the artisans upload their images. The Google Fonts also takes care of the fonts that we use in everything. The letters you see over there, maybe if you see a number over there, it's the Google Fonts which take care of everything. We also have the material grid. We have this layer project structure. These are all folders. You have the screen folder. The screen folder takes care of the roles selected of the artisan. When you enter, you see the list of artisans, their booking details and their portfolio over there. We also have the widget folder. The widget folder also takes care of where they are rated, the logo of the app. We also have the service. The service also takes care of the Momo and the images of the app. We also have the model. The model also takes care of the booking and the rating as well. They don't communicate directly. The screen communicates with the service, and the widget also communicates with the model. The screen talks to the services, the service talks to the widget, then the widget talks to the model.
I'm Caroline Ajami, and then our app entails 6 data models, which are SQF-like tables. And then we have the users, bookings, transactions, ratings, verification requests, and then portfolio items. The users entails the user information. The booking entails the information on bookings, and then transactions also entails information on transactions, clients make, like sending money to the artisans. And then the ratings entails how legit the artisans are on the app. Verification. The verification request is how artisans and then clients are verified on the app. And then the portfolio. Portfolio entails the bio of the artisans. Moving on, I'll talk about the database layer. So the DB helper is an SQF-like library tool which connects the entire database of the app. And then once a user launches the app, the database continues running till the user exits the app. The on-create is a model that creates all the tables for the data model which I mentioned earlier, which are this. And then the group methods are methods that can be applied to all the tables in the database. It's remove, update, and then delete. When a client books an artisan, these are the stages it goes through, which is a client requesting for maybe a plumber or something, accepted. It's either the plumber accepts or declines the offer, and then funded, which is the transaction process, and then in progress in doing serving the client, and then completed, the artisan completing the work, and then it confirming the work being done. This declares a set of values here, and then the set of values here shows the processes the bookings go through.
I am Kingsley Jan, and I'll be taking you through escrow payments and then how mobile services are rendered on our app. Just like in real life, we simulated MTN payments and life cycle. When the request is made, the money is not sent directly to the artisan. It is held in a webhook, right? It's held in a webhook, and it's only released to the artisan after the service is completed and is confirmed by the client. So when an artisan logs in or signs up with this app, they are usually unverified. And then to get verified and then to let clients that are requesting your services know the validity of your work, you have to try and get verified. And then with the verification process, the artisan provides their ID and then an image of it. When this information is provided, the system needs to verify whether the information provided matches the owner's details. So after you submit the details needed, the phase is shifted to pending, and then it is approved if it matches the owner's details, but rejected if maybe the images are not clear enough. There's ratings for the artisans. So users that use this app, specifically the clients, are allowed to rate the artisans that render services to them based on a 5-star rank. When the client rates the artisan and then makes the review, every new review is recalculated in the artisan's running database. No new work is done. And then this widget over here shows wherever the artisan's name appears, and then it tells us their rank, their current rank, and then the review counts they have.
So I'm Gyimah-Wright, and I'll be taking through the structure of the sign up and login pages. In our app, there's a portion for sign up and login in. If you are a new user, you'll be asked to sign up, and if you are an existing user, you'll be asked to log in your details. So this is how it normally works. In order to log in or sign up, you first need your phone number and your password. The phone number, after entering, stays in the database, which means anytime you sign up as a new user, when you are logging in again, you wouldn't have to start all over. You just have to enter your phone number and it fetches your data. You enter your password to confirm you are the actual owner, and then it logs you back in. When you are signing up, the phone code is also restricted to only 10 digits. So we know in Ghana our mobile phone numbers are 10 digits only. So the system is supposed to be such a way that anything more or less than 10 is rejected. So this is the logic behind it. The code here shows that if a user enters a number and it is less than or more than 10, it will show an error message to show that the number has to be exactly 10. And if the number is up to 10 and all your details are correct, it moves you to the next screen. So with our branding, we actually went for a touch of primary red, black and white. And all these are actually colors that display trust and affection between artisans and our clients. We have the color palettes for each color here and their names. And primary red, which is over here, was used for the call to action buttons and all active states and everything. The black also went for the headers. The white was mainly for background and other cards. For the typography, which is the font, we went for poppins. And like my colleague said earlier, the Google Fonts library has achieved this particular font here. So we use the poppins for the headings and the titles, and the footer for most of the body text. So as we have here, we have the call to action button here. This button actually helps a user to have a feel of how the app is. This button here might actually contain a sign in or register button, which means any action the user takes, you have to finally click on this button to confirm whatever action it is. This actually makes the user have a very good feel of the app, makes the app a very user-friendly app. There are icons also in a round circle.
My name is Gyimah-Wright, and I'll be taking us through the work gallery and artisan photos. And so image store service takes a photo via image picker and copies it into the app's own documents folder, so it serves as a cache clear. And what that does is it allows us to open our gallery and pick an image from there, and that is how come we have been able to pick or select an image. And this image is not stored permanently. No, it is stored in the OS temporary memory. And so what that means essentially is that image picker is responsible for us getting the image but not storing it. We do not store it in a permanent memory but rather a cache memory. Now our profile photo pack is stored on the user row. It means that on portfolio items, so it means that each photo is stored as a row, or as a row on portfolio items in our database. So that is how we are able to get a profile photo and store it into our portfolio items database, so that the profile pictures can be seen on both the artisans and clients side. Clients see the profile photo on the artisan list and the horizontal recent work strip on the profile screen. As I stated earlier about the image pickup, that this essentially helps us to pick an image from our gallery, so the artisans can help, so that the artisans can upload their pictures of their work. And so tapping any photo opens a full screen photo viewer with pinch to zoom and swipe between photos. So with every app's limitations, we also have our known limitations and also future works that we can enable or work on to be able to make this the perfect app for our users. Escrow is simulated locally. Production needs a server holding. Basically, this app is just has the Momo simulation, not yet the real backend for mobile parts. We were able to do a simulation on it. It is not real yet. For now, on our app, it is cash on delivery. When the artisan or the worker has finished completing his job, that is when you give them the money and you confirm that they have done the work, as my other colleagues have said. And so we will tend to work on this. And how we will work on this is that MTN API keys and handling webhooks. We will focus more on MTN API keys, focusing on getting them and handling webhooks. Another one is admin authentication. Now, for our app, we do not have an admin site. We do not have an admin site that verifies these workings. Admin authentication, we will try to develop that and enable the verification process and make it much more trustworthy and much more better. Now, for some of the works that our artisans might do to our clients, a booking might be marked as disputed. It means there might be some form of issues that may come from the artisans working on their clients. Maybe, the petty issues, or, maybe the worker or the artisan came and, for our clients and artisans' convenience. Nothing currently notifies an artisan on a new booking, even though it pops up at his side, at his viewings, at his booking side. Even though it pops as a small red dot, no messages or no messages pops up. No messages pops up for the artisan to know that there has been a booking. But as I said, even though it shows a notification or a push notification, it's not sent to the artisan's phone. But there is the message there for the view, for the booking. It's there for the artisan to see, but it's not a push notification yet, and we will work on that for convenience of our clients and artisans. And so the next one is a proper phone authorization. In as much as you are signing up, our only key in our signing up is the Momo number. That is what we mainly use. That is what is mainly important for an artisan or a client to sign up. And we would work on this to integrate it that the sign up and login is matched by phone number. And we'll try to implement that by sending an OTP verification. We would implement that by sending an OTP verification as as a way to improve proper phone authorization. And our last known limit is a statement management. Now, is the state management. Of course. Our last known limitation is statement management. Now, as the time, state management. Now, as the time goes on, our app will continue to grow and develop. Now, this is a bit of a technical side. Set state and stateful agents is good for a minimum value product, but along the way, we will integrate